What is up, YouTube? The Bomb Diggity here, and today with OP10 releasing tomorrow, I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at the market because there has been a lot of changes due to the ban list, the meta, all that good stuff. So we're gonna take it away. But of course, first, guys, I am a TCG Player affiliate. If you guys use my link down in the description below and then just normally shop on TCG Player, I get a small percentage as a kickback. Really helps the channel out and no extra cost for you. And two, of course, guys, remember, there is always time to spend money on shiny cardboard. Please make sure you guys take care of yourselves first. I'm not a financial advisor. I just like to give my opinions on the cards and the market of this game. So let's get right into this. So OP10, we still have pre-sale prices, of course, but I feel like it's safe to say at least the SPs will probably drop. Like, every card will probably drop a little bit, right? That's normally how it always goes with pre-sales. But I feel like the SPs will still be pretty expensive. That has been the theme lately, where SPs are just like normally the most expensive cards of the set, which we can look at some of the other sets. But like, if like here you got Nami SP, for 09 you have like Resonante SP, and then you have set, is it set 8 that has the boa? If we go right here. No, it is set 9 with boa, right? Hold on. Because boa is really expensive too. Hold on. Boa. Oh no, set 7. Set 7 has the boa, yeah. That has really expensive. So SPs are normally pretty expensive, so I would assume that these, especially like Newgate, really popular character in this art, is just so sick. I did manage to get 2 boxes of OP10, and I was able to pull a Newgate SP and a Usohachi SP from the 2 boxes, so that was pretty sick. These two right here, the 2 of the more expensive SPs, and these cards look beautiful in person. I don't know if I can show it that well on the camera. But it doesn't matter. We'll show those off later in another video. But these cards, of course, Usohachi's used in like every purple deck right now. It's like a staple 2K wrestling. It's insane. And Newgate as well is really good in Shanks right now. And Shanks just got a lot better after the ban list. So I know a lot of people are both running these cards. So these prices probably will stay pretty high. Luckily, the normal versions aren't too bad. We'll look at the normal versions for them, but just show you guys the SPs. Of course, you got like Flopay, Divide Departure, Kuzan. I know will probably be a more expensive one just because a lot of people are very hyped on Blackbeard, and everyone loves this art. I mean, this art is just absolutely, it's just great. It's a great art on a card. So I know that's to be a very popular one. The leaders are all sitting pretty high. I mean, the leaders will probably drop. I'm assuming the most expensive leader of the set will probably end up being Usopp and maybe Kid. It looks like is their rival that. But I feel like Smokers will be really well positioned in this fort meta. A lot of people that try Law. And then on the cheaper side, you definitely have Sugar and Caesar Clown. These two are going to be your 2 like cheaper leaders. They should go down. Maybe some people are making it work. Maybe trying them out. But I know their prices are not going to be nearly as expensive as the top 4 up here. Then we get Law Secret. That'd be a really good card in Kid and Law, and I know a lot of people really want to try and play Kid, especially after going to pre-release last night. I've seen a lot of people that want to play this yellow Kid deck, so they're going to need their playsets of Laws and playsets of the 8-drop Kid right down here. Other alt arts of the set, I know Smoker and Tashigi are going to be really popular for Green because Green got insanely good after the ban list. So you can see those prices here. We're not really looking too much at the price of the card right now because it is pre-sale. So everything will go down. That's how it normally always goes. So we're just kind of like speculating on what cards are going to be pretty good, worth picking up from the set. I'm giving you my thoughts there. Regular Lost Secret, 27, Lim. All I know Lim is to be really popular this set. You got Cavendish for Usopp. And some people are kind of hype on the like Sugar Rosinante package. So people even playing it in Purple Luffy. So these cards might be something to watch too. You got regular Kuzan still sitting here like $15. It should all drop. The SRs in the set honestly are all really good. You got Kuzan for Blackbeard, Sanji for all the red decks, Smoker, Tashigi for green. You got the new Rebecca for Usopp combos. It's basically their Gecko. You got the purple package. You have Kairos as well for Boa or Usopp. And then you have Monet for red decks as well. But a big card for this set to look out for is this Tony Chopper, guys. This card is so good. 2K counter, blocker, 6K blocker on your opponent's turn. This card is really, really good. Everyone's looking for playsets of this, guys, because red right now seems like it's to be really well positioned in the meta. So a lot of people are going to be playing green and red and yellow. I feel like are the big, like, 3 colors coming out for the next set. And black, of course, just with Blackbeard. But some people are trying to make Lucci work and stuff like that. But green and red really feel like a lot of people are trying to play those. So a lot of those cards went up, as we'll be able to look at. So definitely keep your eye out for that Chopper. It's a really good card. Of course, my stance, I'm getting playsets of everything for the set. That's just what I always do. Make sure I'm ready to play any deck at any time. Other standout cards, if you're playing Blackbeard, you really want to get like your Liberation and the Kuzan from this set. Divine Departure if you're playing Shanks. Yellow, you need like most of the Supernova stuff if you're playing like Yellow Law or Kid, like the Beige, the Basil, maybe even the Luffy. I'm not sure if they're running that or not. Green from this set is really just Smoker Tashigi. Other than that, you really don't need anything if you're playing green. Oh, and Lim. If you're playing Lim, you need a lot of stuff for this set because the Lim stuff is really good. The Shiryu as well, Blackbeard, is going to be really good. Help deal with all the aggro. What do we got here? This Lim, really, really good if you're playing Lim. You also want like Nami and stuff for the set. There's also the Kinemon Exodia, which is pretty funny in this set as well. You got Zoro for if you play Usopp. But Bonnie for the Supernova stuff. But yeah, like Nami, Anel, I know is run in Lim, Mihawk, and the New Gate, I feel like are all run in Lim. And then of course you got the Manga Law down here, and like the SP Sanji, if you're playing like Black Luffy or something. But a lot of people say this set is pretty mid. I kind of agree. Like there's not... It's going to shape up the meta, but it's not like... It felt like no one was really that hyped for this set. Especially with all the OP11 reveals, it feels like people already like jump ship to that set. But I think it's not that bad, but it still should be fun. The OP10 meta has been pretty fun so far. It seems like there's a lot of decks that you could play. And sorry guys, I am a little stuffed up. I've been dealing with massive allergies. It's all this pollen. It's just destroying me. Now let's take a look at set 9. The SPs have completely exploded. Like Zorojuro and Nami are just absolutely insane. You do not need these. Just buy the regular versions. Even OP9 boxes are pretty expensive. 167. I guess people really like these wanted posters, especially for Blackbeard. You got Manga Blackbeard that's gone up because of people wanting to play it, as well as the Shanks. Shanks leader is still sitting around 55. This is pretty good. Of course, it is coming in the second anniversary set, but I think Shanks is positioned well for OP10. So if it's a leader you want to pick up, you might want to do that. Blackbeard as well has gone up a little bit because of the hype. Looks like 60 bucks. Hasn't gone up that much, honestly. It's been probably sitting around like 50, 60. I mean, it's like back up to like 60 now, but... Another good leader. A lot of people are probably going to start playing this set, and if they don't want to grind it out and learn the deck, they're probably going to drop it again, just like last set. So we'll have to see where that goes. And we'll have to see where our meta goes in the West, because normally we're really aggressive, even though they hit Dofi and stuff. So I feel like a lot of people would be playing like Zoro, Red-Green Law, Purple Luffy, a bunch of aggro decks. We'll have to see how Teach positions itself in that meta as well. Other noteworthy cards looking at this Alt Luffy Secret and the alternate art Teach are both around $35. It makes sense, especially with Teach getting popular now. You have Nico Robin that people are running in the Kid deck, so you might want to take a look at that. And of course, Lim. Lim is kind of like a dark horse deck of the format. It does seem like it could be fun. So if you want your leader, it is pretty cheap if you plan on building Lim in this set. Rocinante is kind of expensive, but Bonnie isn't really running this, so Bonnie might shift to this. I'm not really sure, but with the removal of black, I feel like Bonnie doesn't really need to run like KO protection that much anymore, especially when you have the Tashigi, Rocinante 2-drop, and 8-cost Kid wall. That is really, really disgusting what that deck could do now. Other cards down here, I mean, if you want to search with Shanks, you might want to pick up Utas. But this card right here, guys, if you guys do not have your playset, you probably want to scoop this up. It is slowly going up, as you guys can see. It was out here at 5. It's already at like $10 because they announced the Roger leader. We don't know any details except he's a 7K leader, red purple. So people are assuming you're gonna play this in the deck. So you might want to be picking this up right now while it's still really cheap. And you guys got to think, this is a good card at red. I have 2 copies of Zoro and I've been loving it. It's just like kind of an auto win button when you drop it against Blackbeard in the late game. So you guys definitely probably want to pick this up while it's still kind of affordable. But I think that is it from set 9. I don't think there's any other cards where you really need to pick up right now. Of course, guys, remember, we still have a year till rotation, so you still have a year of needing to get cards for your decks, even if they're older. Even though you know they're going to rotate out, just don't buy the alt arts, just buy the regulars for a cheaper price, because you'll still need them for some of your decks. Set 8, guys. Okay, green has exploded. I'm so glad. So, I've been playing Bonnie since set 7. And as you can see, the leader is like $78. And she has definitely gone up because after the ban list, green is its time to shine. But hold on real quick, guys. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I need to blow my nose real quick, try and clear some of this up. But Bonnie, insane card. Love this leader. Been playing it since 7. So excited that she's going to be good. And now we got all of her support has definitely exploded. So I decided, once I saw Bonnie was doing decent in OP11 meta as well, I decided, I was like, oh, I'm just going to start blinging her out. You know, I've been playing this deck since set 7. I've done well, got some good tournament finishes with Bonnie. I'm going to reward myself and max the deck out, because that's how I feel. If I do well with a deck in a tournament, I am more likely to bling it out, because that's how I kind of reward myself for doing well and placing well in tournaments with the deck. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start maxing Bonnie out. So I pulled an SP searcher. So I picked up 2 of these celebration pack Bonnies to finish my playset of searchers. I got 2 for 110 total. And now look at this, guys. They've shot up to like 70 to 80 bucks for these Bonnies. I mean, they aren't in really circulation anymore. There might be a few packs that people still have sealed. Like I have a couple of these championship packs sealed. But most of them are out there. And as you can see, the price has definitely exploded, because this art is really, really nice. I love the look of the championship art. And I don't know why it keeps doing this. But all the Bonnie searches like have exploded. I know this 5-drop Bonnie's gone up. Even the winter one is like 30 bucks. You got the regular tournament pack if you want to 7. You have many different, look, even the regular Bonnie for the structure deck is still like $2-3 bucks. Because there's a lot of hype for Bonnie and a lot of hype for Green Yellow Law, so a lot of people are picking these up. The Supernova stuff is getting in. The regular 5-drop Bonnie, though, is pretty cheap, so that is good to see there. Of course, Bonnie will be getting another Alt Art leader in PRB set 2 with like the gold leaders. So we'll have to see how that impacts the price of the alt art, if people like those or not. I think they look alright, not the best, but still probably stick with my alt art Bonnie. But other green cards we need to talk about is Cavendish, guys. This card absolutely skyrocketed in price. So we have Cavendish here sitting probably around like 40 bucks now. It's been fluctuating. Like yesterday it was like 44, and now it's like 40. I sold my playset of regular yesterday for 145 total. Because I got a incredible steal where I was able to buy I picked up a playset of alts for 125. And this was the day before it got bought out. I was like, you know what? They're saying like 45 bucks. I'll just pull the trigger, buy them. We'll be good. And then the next day they got bought out, and now they're sitting at like 72 to 80 bucks. And I was like, I'm so glad I pulled the trigger on these when I did. I know a lot of people don't like the art. I don't mind it, actually. I feel like it looks better in person than it does online, that's for sure. But it really is a preference of people like the regular versus the alt. And you got like the Treasure Cup one, which is completely insane, but that one looks so good. I don't know if that'll be on here. It should, right? Yeah, this art for the Cavendish looks absolutely insane. But yeah, they're a grand a piece. Ain't pay that price. Sorry. Um, so I have a regular Cavendish, but yeah, guys, if you do not have your place at a Cavendish, I feel so bad for you guys because Bonnie getting popular. Everyone's trying to buy this card right now, and dude, the EB in itself is crazy. Look at this, boxes for 343, guys, for EB01. This set was an absolute disaster with the print run. Look, you got Bond Clay City at 50, the alt art for Bond Clay City at 160. Dude, this is just insane. I know it's a really good card, but like all the Odin, even Odin getting so hype. Odin going up. That's what we like to see. Heck yeah. This set was just an absolute disaster. Like all these cards are so expensive. Chopper for all the red hype. Chopper's back up to like 30 bucks. Hopefully you bought it when it was down here like 15 bucks. Um, even like 10 when it dropped back down to 10. Hopefully you secured your playset because like the alts guys as well. The alts are like $70 as well for choppers. Um, all the choppers went up, guys. Zero in like the animal package, your red is so popular. Like people, Animal Shanks, Animal Zorro, Animal Red Green Law. You know, animal packages go crazy. So even these, the chopper here, um, I think the regular is still pretty cheap, but the alts got about 24. The winter choppers for the animal package got bought out. It's like 25 bucks for these. Looks like Correa is still pretty cheap if you want your alt art Correas. I might actually pick these up for my deck as well because I do not have these yet. I'll probably actually go ahead and pick these up for myself because I do like this art. It looks pretty cool. Really cool character. And let me see the regular price on Chopper. Before we get into some other stuff. Chopper. Tsunami's still $5. Carrot is still pretty cheap for Bonnie as well. Okay, no, regular choppers are still good, guys. If you guys do not have your playset of these, I would get them if you plan on running the animal package because this is literally the main engine of the deck. And it's like $1. So make sure you get your playsets of these. Of course, down here, you want to make sure you have Hikey Bear. Like this whole engine, make sure you got your playsets because red, I feel like, is going to be positioned really well in this meta. So I would make sure you get your playsets because it's really, really cheap. Really, really cheap stuff. While we're in 08, though, there is another card we want to talk about is Marco with all the new Whitebeard support for the structure deck, the blue stuff. And Marco is getting some hype at OP11. You might want to consider picking up Marco if you don't have the alt lead. It's only $30, still pretty cheap. But if it takes off, you know you want to make sure you get it while it's down here nice and cheap for you guys. And it seems like it's going to be positioned decent in the meta and getting support. And that is Marco. Next. Pudding as well has gone up. Some hype for OP11. Do the double like Katakuri shenanigans of Pudding might want to be worthwhile a look. Any other card? Rayleigh, of course, for Shanks and stuff at 08. You might want to get this. Still really, really impactful card. Still pretty expensive, though. Hopefully this gets a reprint PRB set, too. I know that's what a lot of people are looking for. And this ace. I know all the aces have gone up because of the new structure deck reveals of the support. People think it's kind of be like a Doflamingo like swarm of the board. So I know like the winter pack and these two have got up as well. So you might want to take a look at those. Some people are coping that blue yellow ace will be viable with the new structure deck stuff as well. So if you want to pick up a cheap alt leader for him as well, you could. Which takes us to our next card, Saji. Of course, guys, you know the age of Luffy is coming. Blue, purple Luffy. If you guys don't have your playsets, it looks like the hype has died down a little bit, but it's still pretty expensive out there. $26 for your Saji. It was at like, I feel like some people were selling these at like 30. It did peak at like 30. I feel like, but it's consistently sitting around 25 now. Not the worst, but it's sitting kind of the same as Zoro. Where is Zoro? Zoro. Yes, Zoro right here, sitting at $30 as well for Lim and Bonnie as well. People think Zoro's to come back into the meta, especially with less removal. This card can sit around and do more, put in more work, so might be consider running that $35 for lowest in your mint copy. You might want to take a look at Zoro as well if you don't have your playsets, especially if you're playing Lim, as well as Eustace Kid, Hody, and Rosinante, all green staples basically. Rosinante up to like $5 now just for a regular rare. Pretty insane. They do have the alt art. I don't know how much that one is. I need to find it. I think it's the welcome pack. Welcome pack, maybe. Oh dang, dude, Olivia's 40. That's crazy from One Piece Day. Where is it? Winter Sanji's, people are hyped on that for green, purple Luffy, green, purple Luffy. If you might want to pick these up if you plan on playing that deck. I believe that they still run that. Where is this welcome pack stuff? Will it just show up? Rosenon. Let's see here, guys. Sorry, trying to find, because there is an alt art of this. Yeah, see, yeah, $20. It does, or 15. It does look pretty good. It is not hollow, unfortunately, but remember there is gonna be the second anniversary ones coming out. I don't know how much those are gonna be. But there will be at least another hollow printing of this, and it looks so good because we could go One Piece second anniversary set. This right here was on TCG. This is about to come out, and you can see, I guess you can't zoom in, but there is a Rosinante and a 9-cost Zoro as well right there. 2 green staples for you guys. If you guys did pick up this set, just so you'll be getting 1 copy of each of those cards, which will be good if you want bling. What other cards do we need to talk about here, guys? The Eustace Kid alt arts. The PRB one is still cheaper than the regular or the wanted because I guess people just like this art the least, but the regular ones are like 63, it looks like, for alt kids. The regular one is like $6 now, as we showed earlier. Like right here, it's like $6. But you have the PRB and the regular and the wanted, so you got 3 printings of altars to spend, depending on how much you want to spend for your Eustace Kid. But of course, the regular one is still pretty affordable, $6. You might want to pick it up if you're playing Lim or Bonnie. Again, green just got really good with this ban list, guys. Let's take a look at Dofi, because with the ban to Jinbei, this leader has definitely dropped. Yeah, like what, 190 for Elite. That's pretty nice. I do need to pick that up. But let's take a look. Zoro exploded because of the ban list, guys. Look at this. Zoro sitting at like 340 right now. 370 for lowest verified. Zoro definitely went up. I want to see what Law did. Did Law go up as well? It's kind of stayed around the same. It just stayed kind of... Yeah, no, it definitely went up. It's like 300 now. Yeah, because Law definitely looks like it's making a comeback as well. People are really hyped to play it. Rush Zoro as well. People are picking up. Odin. This set has just gotten more expensive. I mean, the older it gets, the more expensive it's gonna get. You know, so there's not really ever a best time to pull the trigger on this set right now. It's really just, I mean, after rotation, everything will probably drop at least a little bit, but I think everything for this set will always still just hover around this price just because it is the first set. It's always going to be the oldest. And a lot of these cards were really impactful at their time and stuff. So I know a lot of people like to collect these. I'm trying to think of any other really meta-shaping cards. Of course, we could look at Moria. Moria people are in shambles because their card got banned, you know. Look at the alt. These are still hovering at like 25 for those. You got $15 for regular Morias. I mean, you might want to pick it up. You never know. Maybe it'll come back off the ban list one day, but rest in peace for all the Moria supporters. Especially just the regular deck didn't benefit that much off of Moria because people say you still play like a tempo Moria version, like Rebecca and Absalom. So that might be interesting. I might mess around with that. I haven't tried it yet. As well as we can look at Jinbei. I don't know if Jinbei, like, the price fell off. I remember the alt was still like Oh, it definitely fell off. Yeah, $7 for your gym base if you want to pick these up too, because it might come back one day. You never know. But yeah, $7 to get for Gym Boy. Rest in peace, my boy. He had a good run though. You know, Dofi had a very very good run the past couple sets, so you can't really complain about that. Um, but yeah, I think that is really it, guys. If there is some cards I missed out on, please let me know down in the comment section. You still got Ace and stuff. Um, the Big Mom stuff is probably still around $10-20, but I'm trying to think of any like meta defining cards that we didn't go over. Um, but I think we really covered it. Green and red stuff right now, guys, is all on the up. So make sure you guys are getting your cheap playsets of that stuff if you haven't already. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Really helps you out. And make sure if you're new, you subscribe for more One Piece content. Until next time, YouTube, we'll see you later.